Welcome. Right now we're going to do a quick review on the Biker Mice from Mars line from Nacelle. Now, it's going to be a quick review, but I've never done or actually collected anything from Nacelle. It's my first time ever. And I have to say, I'm pretty pleased. Now, I've already taken this figure out the box, but I just put it back in there for dramatic effect and to show you what comes in the box, so forth and so on. The presentation is also nice, so I'm very pleased with that. Now, I only have Vinnie. I don't have Throttle or Modo. Modo is way taller than everybody else, the other two mice. And, I like Throttle, but Vinnie has always been my favorite. Ever since I first saw the show, Vinnie was the one I flocked to because I thought he had the coolest bike. Throttle has that nice muscle bike and Moto has that other kind of hog or whatever you want to call it. But I like Vinnie's bike. It was just streamlined, built for racing and speed. So that's just more where I am. But anyway, the price point also is another reason why I don't have all three of them. The price point is $29 and some change. They did a good job, and we'll go through the figure and all that. But let's just be honest here. $29 for this, with all the things that comes with it, it's kind of it's teetering. Like, I don't know, man. You might be a little bit too much for $29, man. But it's not like it's NECA. It's approaching NECA prices of $30, but it's up there. It's up there. I can't say I'm okay with it, and I can't say I'm totally displeased with it because it is a good figure. It turned out pretty nice. The paint application and everything. We'll get to that anyway. But let's just look at the box. The box shows you, of course, Vinnie. Hope you can see that nicely. And it shows you that it comes with a grip claw and a hot dog. That's what they love the most. Just like Ninja Turtles, when they like pizza, the Biker Mice from Mars, they like hot dogs. Also, like Sonic. Sonic likes chili dogs. And he's in the rodent family. Maybe that's a thing. Hedgehogs and mice. Interesting. What a sci-fi rodents, so to speak, have affinity for hot dogs. I may have to research that one. Anyway, so that's the front of the box here. Side of it has a nice piece of artwork there. Mouse with a cool attitude. Every one of them has the little description right here about that. Now, here's the back. You can pause it if you want to. It tells you more about Vinnie. He's hot-headed, but he's always loyal to his biker buddies, so forth and so on. Let's see. Also, there's a history behind that. If you look at the, I think, first episode. If you go back and look at the Biker Mice from Mars episodes, I need to go back and look at this cartoon too, but they tell what happened to his face right there. Something that happened in the war, and he uses that to cover his scar right there. But like I said, you can take a look at that. It says not for children to 14 years old. The cell points, and there you have it. And the other side, the same exact thing. So inside, it's got some fisting hands. Another hand. What is the other hand? Matter of fact, let's just open it up and so we can see. One moment. All right, so everything is out of the box. And so let's take a look. You got this big thing here, which is a claw. I'm not exactly sure what this is for, really. It's kind of cool to see and have, but you need two hands to open it. It's this little thing right here. It pulls back, and then you just put it in his hand, and there it is. He clamps onto something. He's gonna clamp you, something like that, But that's fine. That's cool. It comes with a big, huge crowbar. This is odd because you're trying to figure out exactly how to put this in his hand. See, now we're talking about hands. He has already put the grippy hand on that side, but here's his left grippy hand. So it's like, okay, if you have the crowbar here, I can see like this, like as a weapon like that, maybe. Other than that, I don't see what you're going to be doing with this crowbar because you obviously have to put it in his hand like this, or like this, or like this. So maybe you want to crowbar that way, but that's not what you want to do. You want to crowbar this way to get something open. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe one day I'll pose it this way. But anyway, there's a grippy hand that way. His right hand, his open hand like I have on his left hand there. Here's the left fisty, right fisted. Here's his blaster, kind of cartoonish, kind of NECA-ish, kind of like TMNT NECA-ish, but it's a cool little blaster. It fits in his hand nicely. That's cool. And then you have his surprise head. Oh, of course, the hot dog. Yep. And then this right here, you have his head inside the helmet, which is really cool. I'm glad they did all three of these, because I mean, this surprise head, I'm not sure when I'll ever use that. I mean, he's like happy or enjoying the ride or something. I like the stoic or just the nice calm facial expression. That's always cool. And then of course that calm facial expression inside the helmet looks cool. All right, so let's take a look at the figure. As I said before, never dealt with Nacelle, but one thing I did notice when I was working with this figure here is that it has some of the smoothest joints. Like right here, this is so smooth. It's not like loose or anything, but it was the smoothest I've ever worked with. Like usually with Hasbro, you have to like work the thing, or definitely McFarlane, like work it. And it's this area right here with McFarlane or Hasbro. Usually, you know, you got the double jointed knees, and you have to either work with this part. This part is bent, but then you're trying to get this part bent, and you're like, okay, how do I get it bent? You don't want any stretch marks or stress marks on the joints or anything. So you're like, how do I do it? But this one just so fluidly just did it. I mean, everything about the limbs, at least with the legs, is so fluid. You've got right here the hip swivel, or thigh swivel, excuse me. You've got right here the ankles. Does go up and down. So he does it pivot. I'm not even going to the pivots. So that's cool on both sides. You've got this right here, this little torso twist and crunch. It crunches just a little bit. See that little crunch there? And looking back, not at all. Got a little ascot or whatever. Looking up, looks up pretty good. Looks down, not too much. You need the torso to help him look down, but that's fine. Okay, got the bicep swivel. Booyah. Got the double elbows. This is weird there, right there. That's kind of weird. I didn't notice that before. But I also did not do too much posing with this guy. I just kind of just took him out the box and I put him on a bike. So with these, you know, they all have their own specific bikes. I didn't want to get all three because I didn't want to do them injustice. Oh, the tail, of course, articulates. That's pretty nice. So it's like if you have a gargoyle figure, you know, some of my gargoyle figures are holding each other or holding themselves up by the tail. But you don't have that problem. He stands pretty nice if you just get him correctly. And he stands pretty nicely. But I didn't want to do them a disservice by getting all of them and not having a bike for them to sit on. So with Vinnie, I put him on the Batman animated series bike. And I figured, I mean, that's the only bike I really have for him right now. Like, there's another bike I'm getting. It's going to be that Red Hood red bike. When I get that, I might get Throttle and put Vinnie on that bike and then Throttle on this one, or vice versa. I might just keep Vinnie on this one. The great thing about this bike, I know it's a review for the Biker Mice from Mars, but this bike is logoless. So any figure can be on this bike, and I appreciate that. Not going to turn the lights on. It's just, like I said, I'm not doing a review on that. But anyway, so what I would do is I just had him, before I even did this review, I just had him just kind of just posed up a little bit on the bike. Booyah. Just like that. And that's how I have him. I literally have him posed just like this on my shelf. And that looks cool. That looks really, really cool for him. I mean, and I also have the gun right here too, just, for whatever. Like I said, he's down for whatever. But yeah, I mean, that's it right there. That looks so cool. He looks like that is his bike. Seriously. And that's all I'm going to do for them right now, because I don't know exactly. There might be some other scenarios I might put him in. He might meet the turtles, because I don't think they ever met. The turtles and the mice never ever met, I don't think. So I think it's about time for me at least have them meet up some way, shape, form, or fashion. So that'd be kind of cool. All right, so now I'm going to get to something I call like the nerve-wracking part of working with these figures, and that is changing out the limbs, changing out the hands and the head sculpts. So give me a moment. I'm going to set that up right now. All right, so we're going to start with the head. It's, like I said, it's nerve-wracking because you don't know how this is really put together until you take it apart and put it back together. It's just such a nerve-wracking experience, because you're like, okay, what kind of ball joint am I working with? If I pull too hard this way, I always like to do a little twisty motion as I pull. Oh, this is so I hate it. Oh, there we go. Cool. And you see, you can take the ascot off or what have you. Boom. And then let's go ahead and put this on. I'm probably just going to do one. Just do the cool one with the, and this is right here. See, putting pressure on this. You don't want to put too much pressure, because you don't want this to break somehow. So you just kind of want to be gentle with it. See, it's already moving. So I got to put force like it's nobody's business. I don't like this. Oh, I hate you. Okay, see, struggling on camera. It's in there, but you don't know if you're supposed to hear a pop or a snap or what. See, now my hands are getting sweaty. Shoot. See, it's in there, but it's like, is this it? All right, well, that's good enough, I guess. It's in there. He's in there. Maybe off camera I'll hold on. All right, off camera I did it. I put him in some more. See, now you see his head is a little more snug. All right, but again, like I said, nerve-wracking, and I purposely did not put that much effort on camera, because I don't like it. I don't like going through that. All right, so changing out his hand was not a problem at all for me, but let me just go ahead and do that. Like I said, I like to do a little twisty, and you see the peg is there in his hand, and let's do it with the fist, and just a small little peg, and you were doing the same thing to me like you did with the head. But anyway, all right, there it is. So boom. Now I don't have to do it with every one of them, good, but you get the gist. I did the head and I did the hand. You can do the same thing with the other one. They all fit the same way. I also like to look at the depth of the hand to see if it is something that's going to fit in, because I actually have one figure, I forgot which one it is, where I tried to put it in there, but it wasn't fitting in all the way. No, it is the Detective Comics Batman, which I don't have right now, but I mean it's somewhere else. But that Detective Batman, the issue number 11, the first one, I have the platinum version. I was so happy to get that one. But I was trying to change his hand out so that he can, like, I have this picture where I did with him and Captain America. And I have him and Captain America playing rock, paper, scissors. So I have Captain America, he's got his hand. And then they both pick paper. Kind of just, show like they're kind of evenly matched, but not really. All right, sorry. My son woke up. He came in here. He's actually in the room right now. Hopefully he just stays quiet while I'm doing this. Anyway, I had Captain America and Batman playing rock, paper, scissors, and I was trying to put his knife hand, just regular hand, just like this, on him, and it would not fit. And I'm looking like, what's going on? And the depth of the hand is not, the hole is not that deep in order for the peg to get in there. So I had to cheat the camera, put the Captain America on the other side, and I'm like, oh, this is so lame. It's so stupid. It worked out. The picture looked good. People liked it. It was fine. I like it. And it's one of my favorite ones. And it just was just an annoying thing to have something like that happen. But it's always a good idea to take your stuff out and make sure it does exactly what it's advertised to do. So again, it's nerve-wracking, but you got to do it. Got to take this stuff off, and I'm going to leave. See, oh, look at that, look at that. See that? That comes off. And it's supposed to, but now I got to put a different amount of pressure on this to get this off. See that? That's weird, but I'm glad I did that on camera and it was easy. That was crazy. This comes off and this, and I did not expect that, but now you know. This is what you're going to get into if you're dealing with, or what you're going to possibly run into if you get this figure. These figures have this coming off and this coming off. So put this back here, and there it is. That had a nice little snap. I like that. You can put the hot dog in there, and let's see here. Put this little hot dog in there. This is weird. Why? And then booyah, but of course he has this on, so that can't work. But you see how that works out. Anyway, this is my review of Vinnie. I hope you liked it. I really do appreciate and like this figure. This is a cool looking figure. I really like his colors. Like, again, the paint application is really nice. On this one, I don't have any smudges, any kind of hiccups. You know, the right feet. I have left and right feet. Some of these figures I've gotten where I've had 2 left feet. I got an April O'Neil that has 2 left feet, and I struggle to get her to stand. It's because she has weak ankles, knees or something. I don't. It's weak ankles. That's what it is. But she has 2 left feet, and I'm like, ugh. And it's way past the time for me to actually take the thing back and get a refund or get a replacement part. So that's why you want to open it up as soon as you get it. Check it out as soon as you get it, because then you'll be left with a messed up figure, and that's just not what you want. Anyway, again, this is a cool figure. You can do splits. Let me see how far back. You can't go that far back because that little plastic there, right there. You can't do that. And can't go that far up, but you don't really need to because it's not really necessary. So that's my video. Hope you all liked it. Let me get the bike back out here so you can see that. And I'm gonna have it just stand here just looking at you with the pistol. Whoa. Yeah, don't kick me, kid. What you doing? All right, like that. And then, matter of fact, let me turn it on because this is what you got going on. All right. Till next time. Peace.